All right, let's talk about something that affects hundreds of millions of people, but is still, kind of misunderstood. Type 2 diabetes. The goal here is pretty simple. We're going to give you a clear, no-nonsense look at what it is, what to watch out for, and, most importantly, what you can actually do about it. So, let's get right into it.
First up, just look at this number. Over 400 million. That's how many people around the world are living with type 2 diabetes. Just let that sink in. This isn't just some rare condition. It's a massive global health challenge. And behind that giant number, it's all about real people, real families, which is exactly why understanding it matters so much to all of us.
Okay, so what is type 2 diabetes really? What's actually going on in your body? Let's break down the science of it.
Now, I know that sounds super technical, right? A chronic metabolic disorder. But the idea behind it is actually pretty straightforward. It all boils down to two things: sugar and a hormone called insulin. Think of insulin as a key. Its whole job is to unlock your body's cells so sugar, or glucose, can get inside and be used for energy. But with type 2 diabetes, that whole system gets jammed up. Either your body isn't making enough of those keys, or the locks on your cells have changed and the keys just don't work anymore. That's what doctors call insulin resistance.
And this really shows you the difference, side by side. On the left, in a healthy body, everything's working smoothly. The insulin key unlocks the cell, sugar goes in, and your blood sugar stays in a nice, stable range. But look at the right. With type 2, the key is either broken or there aren't enough of them. And what happens? The sugar can't get into the cells. It gets stuck, just piling up in your bloodstream. And that's when blood sugar levels start to climb way, way higher than they should be.
So why is having all that extra sugar floating around such a bad thing? Well, because over time, it's like acid, just slowly damaging your blood vessels and nerves everywhere in your body. This is what can lead to some really serious stuff down the road. We're talking heart disease, kidney problems, nerve damage, even issues with your eyes. That's why getting a handle on it is just absolutely essential.
So how would you even know if this might be happening to you? Well, the good news is your body usually tries to warn you. It sends out signals. You just have to know what you're looking for.
A lot of these signs pop up because your body is working overtime, trying to flush out all that extra sugar. You might find yourself constantly thirsty or running to the bathroom all the time, especially at night. And because your cells are literally starved for energy, you can feel exhausted for no reason. It's so easy to just blow these things off as, I'm just tired, or I need to drink more water. But they could be really important messages your body is trying to send you.
Now, while this can happen to anyone, some people are definitely at a higher risk. And knowing about these risk factors, that's your first line of defense.
So there are 3 big ones to think about. First, age. The risk just naturally goes up after you hit 45. Second, carrying extra weight, particularly around your belly, is a major factor. That type of fat can actually mess with how your insulin works, making that resistance problem even worse. And last but not least, genetics. If your mom, dad, or a sibling has it, well, your own risk goes up. It's kind of like a triple threat you need to be aware of.
Okay, we've talked a lot about the problem. Enough of that. Let's talk about the solution, because this is the most important part. The best news here is that type 2 diabetes is something you can absolutely manage, and in a lot of cases, even prevent from happening in the first place.
It really comes down to what you could call the 4 pillars of a solid action plan. 1. Exercise. Getting active helps your body use insulin way more efficiently. 2. Diet. It's not about being perfect, it's about being smart, cutting back on sugar and simple carbs. 3. Monitoring. You gotta know your numbers to know where you stand. And 4. Medication. For a lot of people, this is a critical tool to help keep everything on track. It's about tackling it from all sides to take back control.
And speaking of monitoring, knowing your numbers is everything. It's like the dashboard in your car. This chart gives you a general idea of the targets you and your doctor might be aiming for throughout the day. Staying within these ranges is the name of the game when it comes to heading off those long-term complications.
Which brings us to our final, and honestly our most critical point. When it comes to type 2 diabetes, I can't stress this enough. Acting early changes everything.
First, just remember, when you hear someone talk about diabetes, chances are they're talking about type 2. It makes up a whopping 90 to 95% of all cases. That just means that all those lifestyle factors we've been talking about, they are relevant to almost everyone with the condition.
And now, here it is. This might be the most hopeful, most powerful number in this whole explainer. A staggering 80% of all those scary complications we mentioned, the heart problems, the kidney issues, can be prevented. How? It's simple. catching it early and managing it consistently. That is an incredible, empowering thought. It means you're in the driver's seat.
And get this, it gets even better. For people who are in that pre-diabetes stage, where blood sugar is high but not quite at the level of full-blown diabetes yet, for them, simple lifestyle changes, diet, exercise, are often powerful enough to turn the whole ship around. You can actually prevent it from ever developing. That's the power of being proactive.
Now, of course, we have to say this, and we mean it. All of this is to help you be more aware. It's educational. The single most important step anyone can take if they have concerns is to talk to a doctor. Seriously, they are the only ones who can give you a real diagnosis and help you build a plan that's tailored just for you.
So we'll just leave you with this one question to think about. Your body is talking to you all the time. The real key to good health is just taking a moment to listen to it, understand what it's saying, and then, acting on it. Thanks for tuning in.